What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. We'll be doing something a little bit different today. We're going to be doing a Pokemon starter tier list. I don't know anything to do with stats or anything like that, so it's going to be entirely based on my personal opinion on how cool I think this starter Pokemon is. It's going to be entirely based on the starter Pokemon themselves, not their evolutions or anything like that. Just to sort of get a gauge of how I think the first form and the basic level of all of the starter Pokemon are, and where they would place in the tier list. It's also going to include the new ones at Gen 9, I believe. The Quaxly, Sprigatito, and Waikoko, I believe. Scorbunny's hidden behind my PNG a little bit. And then everyone else is here, as you can see. We've got 4 tiers we're going to be placing them in today. We've got the ARCEUS tier, which is Pokemon version of God tier. We've then got Ampharos tier, first Pokemon I could think of with the letter A to symbolize A tier. And then we got Beldum, same thing, represent the B tier. And then Garbodor, F tier, garbage, trash, Pokemon that honestly were just kind of meh, just really did not hit the mark at all. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, I think we're just gonna go from left to right. Some of them, well, I think they're all in the right order, except for a bunny down here. But yeah, let's get right into it. Bulbasaur, and that's a tough one. Lots of people like Bulbasaur. I do think it's kind of okay. Like, I won't ever choose it, but like, it's not bad. It's not God tier for me though. I would probably put it in an Ampharos tier just because of its influence on me throughout the show, like the anime. But it's a cool little Pokemon. It's cute. It's a little bulb. So I'm gonna put it in Ampharos tier. Charmander, ARCEUS tier. I mean, actually, you know, I'm thinking too much of Charizard. Charmander is probably also gonna be an Ampharos tier. Charmander itself is just kind of, it's cool. It's just like a little salamander sort of thing, I think. That's the best way of describing it. But until it really evolves into like Charmeleon and then Charizard, it doesn't really get the coolness that it should have. It's kind of just, it is what it is. But it's definitely one of my favorites. Up there as one of the cooler starter Pokemon. So we're going to put it in Ampharos tier instead of dropping it down to somewhere it shouldn't be. Squirtle, I'm going to be honest, I'm putting it in Beldum tier. It's kind of basic. I get it, it's a turtle, but it's literally just a turtle. There's nothing really to it. The blue represents its water type, I'm guessing. As you can see with all of the water types here, they're all blue. So it's kind of a bit like, yeah, nice, you made a turtle, cool. And then obviously when it evolves into Blastoise, it gets even more mediocre, so it's going to stay in Beldum tier either way. But we're going to move on to Chikorita. Now Chikorita, honestly, one of the most annoying Pokemon to ever grace the show. Watching the anime is just so annoying. I will never pick it when I play a Johto run through, never. It's just not that exciting, not that cool. It's just very, I don't know how to describe it, very simple, very forgettable. It just is a leaf, a bulb with a leaf, I don't know. It's just not up there, as I would never choose it. Cyndaquil, God tier. It's cute, cool, powerful. It's fun to play around with. It has like its little fire coming out of its back, and kind of cute. And especially in the show when it doesn't have the fire, and then it turns it on when it wants to battle and stuff like that. I think that's kind of cool. As you probably could tell by now, most of my influence is probably from the show versus the games, because obviously there's little things in the show that you don't usually get in the games, and it can sort of change the image of how a Pokemon can look. especially when you're just starting off the season and it's like in one of the first earlier catches. But yeah, Cyndaquil, we're gonna be going with ARCEUS tier there. Definitely one of my more likely choices. Totodile is an Ampharos tier. Yeah, it's very similar to Squirtle in the sense that it's, wow, congratulations, you just made like a mini crocodile, and it's blue because it's water type. But again, the show, Ash Ketchum's Totodile, you know, it has a bit of personality, it looks fun, it's enjoyable, plus it's cool. I like reptiles, so it's kind of cool to me. Trico, I'm sort of stuck between putting it between Ampharos tier and ARCEUS tier, you know, because Trico itself is it's cool, but I don't know if it's God tier cool for me. To me, I'm kind of sitting on the edge. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it at the bottom of ARCEUS tier because it is very cool. It's got the bushy tail, and especially again in the show, you know, the badass one with the little stick in its mouth. And yeah, it's a cool Pokemon. I would probably choose it as my Hoenn starter. I would definitely choose it over there. Torchic is one of the most underwhelming first level starter Pokemon. I just don't understand it. It's very, very basic. It's just a chicken. It's a chicken. It doesn't even have like I think it's the only starter Pokemon without any arms. Even Fuecoco has his tiny little arms. Oh, I guess Rowlet doesn't have it either, but Torchic doesn't even look to have like any wings either. It's just like a baked bean with legs. So it's just kind of just simple, basic, not very anything special about it. That's what I'm gonna call it from now on. Baked bean with legs. Mudkip, top of Ampharos tier. Mudkip itself, actually, I'm gonna put it just below Trico. It's cute. Like next level, it's cute, and then it is probably one of the start. Like I would be choosing between Trico and Mudkip if I was choosing a Hoenn starter. Those two would be the two I'm choosing between. So I'm gonna put it up in ARCEUS tier. It's cool. It's cute. Definitely fun to play with in the games. Turtwig. Like it's hard to really place this one anywhere. I'm gonna put it in with Squirtle in the Beldum tier. Congratulations, you have just made another. Well, you made a tortoise this time rather than a turtle, but yeah, I guess Squirtle is a turtle. Why it's called Squirtle, but yeah, Turtwig is just, it's okay. There's nothing good about it really, but there's nothing awful about it. It's just kind of there. It's not forgettable. I know Turtwig for sure, and I would probably be. The thing with Sinnoh starters is I would probably choose all of them at different runs, so it's just kind of whichever I feel like in the moment, but it's just gonna kind of be there if I don't choose it. So I'm gonna put it in Beldum tier for now. Chimchar is ARCEUS tier for me. Fire Monkey, it's cool. It can have a very exciting sort of vibe to it. Fun to play around with in the games using the monkey, but plus it's just monkey. Yeah, I just like the idea of sort of flaming monkey. Got a little like fiery tail and got a little wavy hairdo that sort of resembles fire as well. Just kind of cute, cool, and awesome, really. As you can probably see, Torchic is the outlier by being like the only fire type that isn't up in the top 2 tiers. And grass types tend to be a little bit more balanced. Water types as well, they're doing okay. Piplup, I want to put it here just for the memes, because Maxim, friend of mine, loves Piplup. Without a doubt, probably one of his favorite starters, if not his favorite. So it'd be kind of funny if I just put it in Garbodor tier, but I'm not going to do that because Piplup is kind of cute. So I'm probably going to put it in the bottom of Ampharos. It is a penguin. It's like, that's all there is to really say. It's a penguin. Penguins are cute. I love penguins. Penguins are a very cool animal. So I'm gonna be placing an ARCEUS tier. There's nothing really special about it. I don't ever really use it in battle, purely out of spite usually, just because Maximum loves Piplup. So if I'm ever having to choose between Chimchar, Piplup, and Turtwig, I'm never choosing Piplup out of spite. But Chimchar and Turtwig, I would say I like it more of a Turtwig. It's just got a cuter aura. It's more noticeable in the world to me. But I wouldn't quite put it up above Chimchar. I would probably actually put it above Totodile though. But that's where we'll place it for now. Snivy. I don't know what it is. I don't know what Snivy is. I know it ends up becoming a serpent and all that lot, but at this point, nothing really says to me serpent. It's just like a long weed, but it's kind of like elegant, kind of cool. Especially like the one in the show is very like stubborn and like arrogant, I think is the word. It's just very, it's very like, if prideful, it holds itself in high stature, looks down on everyone else, but it's kind of cool. And obviously this isn't based on what it evolves into. So if you're looking at this and you're like, oh well, but Torchic evolves into Blaziken, and Blaziken's, yeah, Blaziken's alright, but Torchic itself is not. Snivy is similar, but I actually just kind of like Snivy. I don't know why. I don't know. It's the mystery of what the hell Snivy is. It's kind of is. It just is there. But it's cool. It's mysterious. Tepig. As much as I dislike and forget Tepig's whole evolutionary line, the fact is Tepig itself is very, very cute, very wholesome. Little fiery pig, very excitable. But other than that, I usually won't ever choose it. I'll be choosing between Snivy and Oshawott whenever I play the black or white, or if I ever have to choose between the three. The Tepig is just kind of, isn't really going beyond golden tier for me. It's just kind of there. If we were doing full evolutions and everything, it would be in GARBODOR tier. Emboar is just mediocre, incredibly forgettable. And Shiny's nice, but Emboar itself is just okay. You do you. Oshawott's a tough one. I think I'm gonna put it between behind Snivy. Again, this isn't based on its evolution. I think Samurott is one of the coolest looking Pokemon, starter Pokemon, but it's based purely on Oshawott. And it's cute, it's a little odder, but that's it. I might put it a little bit higher. I might put it here, actually, because I do like the fact that it's themed. Like, it's a otter, it's a water type, it's called Oshawott. Like, it just sort of fits. It's cute, but that's it. It's never gonna go any higher than that for me. Like, I'm honestly just bouncing between these three places right now. I'm just struggling to choose where to put it. I might just put it here. I don't know if I like it more than Totodile, but that's where we're gonna put it for now. Chespin, GARBODOR tier. One of the most forgettable Pokemon for me. Its whole evolutionary line. Struggle to ever remember. The only reason I know Chespin's name, well, I can remember Chespin's name, is purely because of the show, and that Chespin was the most annoying Chespin I've ever, well, most annoying Pokemon, borderline with Chikorita from Johto, the most annoying Pokemon to ever grace the show. So it's just hardcore GARBODOR tier for me. Fennekin, it's in Beldum tier, bottom of Beldum tier. It's cute, but it's so forgettable. Like, both Chespin and Fennekin I'm never gonna choose. It's just because Froakie is by far my favorite Pokemon. My favorite starter Pokemon. Its whole evolutionary line, start to finish, favorite starter Pokemon for sure. I think it's cute, it's cool, it's a little frog, and it can throw its little scarf and stick people and all that sort of stuff. But it's kind of cool. I like it a lot. It can go like full ninja mode by putting its like little thing above its head, like cool little face cover. It's cool. But yeah, that it sort of just overshadows Anakin and Chespin then for me, and they just become incredibly forgettable and never really fine in any way, shape or form. Moving on to Alola. Well, as if you're watching this, you probably know all the generations. We've just gone through Kalos region. Now we're going into the Alola region. We've got Rowlet. At first I wasn't actually that keen on Rowlet, he was just kind of mediocre. But I'm gonna put him in the bottom of Ampharos tier. Purely because the more and more I watched the show, the more and more attached I got to the goddamn Rowlet who ate the Everstone. It was cute. It's just a bull. It's a literal bull. It's a very, very puntable Pokemon. 100%. You could kick you're playing football, you could substitute that for a football for sure. Number one puntable Pokemon. Let's have a debate in the comments actually. What is the most puntable Pokemon to you guys? In my opinion, it's currently Rowlet. Let's do starter Pokemon actually. Number one most puntable starter Pokemon from this list. If you had to put one up on a little pedestal and punt it as hard as you could, which one do you think would go the furthest? I'm gonna say Rowlet. Rowlet or Piplup? I feel like Piplup is a little bit more aerodynamic. You hit that square, I feel like that's going quite a good distance. Litten, I don't want to put it in Garbodor tier, but I also kind of do. It's cute, but it's straight up just a cat. There's nothing to it. The most basic of basic starter Pokemon. It's like up there with Torchic. I'm gonna put it top of Garbodor tier, above Chikorita and all that lot, because it is kind of cool, but it's just too basic. Like it feels like there's no creativity in there whatsoever. It's just been like, oh my god, we need a starter Pokemon. What do we make? Oh, we haven't made a cat yet. Boom. Cat PNG, let's change the colors a little bit. There we go. That's our starter Pokemon. Just not very special. Poplio. Purely based off, it's just so cute. It's a seal, it can blow bubbles, it's awesome. Definitely gonna be, that's where it's gonna be. It's not gonna be above Charmander for me. Definitely above Piplup. It's just way too cute. That's all that it's sort of shouting out to me. I'm not a fan of, I wouldn't pick it. I would probably pick Litten, but we're not going off of evolutions. I think Incineroar's really cool. I know it's very basic as well, being like a bipod cat person thingamabobber, but I think it's cool, especially when it actually uses its moves and all that lot. And I quite like its shiny form. But Litten itself is just, it's just too basic. I just can't get with it. Poplio itself I think is very cool, but I would never choose it. I just don't prefer its evolutionary line as much as the others. I think Decidueye is awesome as well, but Rowlet is just, it's cool. Both of those two are cool. Litten on the other hand is just too basic for me. Moving into the Galar, we have Guruki. Honestly, Guruki is gonna be up in here. It's just the same reason as Poplio, it's just so cute. Has a little stick, it plays its little drums. It's awesome. Without a doubt, one of the most cute Pokemon. Definitely one of the cutest starter Pokemon for sure. Sobble. Middle of Beldum tier. So annoying. Its whole existence. It's just sob, cry, whine, not that exciting. It's just kind of irritating really. And then Scorbunny. Yeah, again, it's like, I'm gonna put it there. It just feels like there's not really any creativity to it. It's just a bunny. Yeah, I get everything is based off of something, but certain things deviate from other things a little bit. Like Trico, Cyndaquil, Mudkip, even Guruki was a little bit creative. Even Chimchar was a little bit more with its fire tail and its like actual sort of shape. This is just a bunny with an orange and white color scheme. That's all it is. It's not flaming anywhere. It can create sparks out of its feet, I think, or it just hits stuff, kicks stuff so hard that it creates sparks. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely 100% sure on the lore of Scorbunny, but to me there's just nothing to it. Just linear, it is what it is. Charmander is more exciting than Scorbunny. That's it. Quaxly, I'm gonna put it there, purely based off the fact that it's got a little hat and it's a little duck. Again, difference here, it has a hat. It's a little bit more creative than a bunny. Yes. Actually, not even Cinderace. Cinderace doesn't even have anything going for him either. But just based off Scorbunny alone, he's nothing. And Quaxly has a little hat. Brigatito, like, what is that? The epitome of, it just feels like the epitome of lack of creativity. Like, oh, we need another starter Pokemon. What did well recently? Oh yeah, Litten. Let's make another four-legged cat Pokemon. I don't even know if it's a cat, but it looks very similar. Just to make it a grass type this time. But okay, sure. It's just way too basic. Way too basic. Never gonna choose that one. Coco. I'm gonna put it above Charmander actually. It's just cute. It's got its little tiny little arms. It's got its little tassel above its head. And the eyes are just so derpy. It's like Rowlet's eyes. They just like emit an aura of just confusion, of just derpiness. They just look like the most out of place, confused Pokemon to ever grace the earth. I feel like they're just gonna be chilling there and they're gonna not know what the hell's going on. Yeah, I'm gonna put it above Charmander, which might be Charmander's position might be controversial to a lot of people. But that's gonna be my tier list. As you can see, all the tiers. This is top tier, Ampharos tier, Bottom tier, and Garbodor tier. Water types are well balanced, really. None ended up in Garbodor tier, a couple in ARCEUS tier. Well oriented around the Ampharos tier. Fire types were, actually I guess water types were well oriented around the higher tiers. Fire types were well balanced, well mixed across the whole thing. And same with grass types as well. But yeah, I guess my greatest preference to just the basic starter Pokemon is just the water types. I feel like they're a little bit more creative. Like, yeah, they're based off basic animals, but and yeah, I guess the same discussion could be made with Piplup, that it's just a penguin, and that Totodile is just a crocodile, and that Poplio is just a seal. But there just seems to be more, it just feels more to it than, say, Scorbunny, which just has a different color scheme, which is exactly the same as Totodile, I know, but Totodile's whole aura is just a little bit cuter, a little bit cooler, a little bit more choosable. Piplup is just 100% wholesome, cute, super cute. I guess if you are a bunny person, you'll be saying the same about Scorbunny, in which case, let me know down in the comments below. But for me, Scorbunny goes no higher than the bottom of Bottom tier. Poplio is the same, just a seal. It does have the little sort of, I don't know what to call it, like a sort of like a scarf thing around its neck. It's cool, it's cute, and it's a seal. But yeah, again, it's based off of that. It just feels a little bit more creative than just a orange and white bunny called Scorbunny. Yeah, that's gonna be my tier list. If you have any deviations or any disagreements, any agreements as well, put them down in the comments down below, because I'd actually really love to see what other people think about Pokemon starters, where they would place them, if you would move any around. If so, which would you move and where would you move them? I'd love to hear about it. So please drop a comment down below, leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you are new. Thank you guys very much for watching, and goodbye.